What's going on, y'all? I am going to show you how I make this cute wig using 3 packs of Freetress GoGo Curl color number 530 and 12 inches. Not the look I was going for, but it still turned out cute. So here's what you're going to need: a wig block that is the size of your head, a crochet wig cap, the type of your choice. This is my favorite. It does have the lace. Not a big fan of the lace, but it's great if you want to make a U-part wig, or you can also make a full cap wig, which is what we did in this video. And here is my favorite latch hook. Everything that I'm using in this video except for the hair will be linked below. And here is the star of the show, the Freetress GoGo Curl. First thing we're going to do is get rid of this lace, just in case it gets in the way while we crochet the hair through the cap. So the plan was to make a U-part crochet wig. So first tip I'm going to give you is when you make a U-part wig, make it as if you're going to make a wig with a middle part, even if you do plan to wear it on the left or the right side. But whatever type of wig you're going to make, secure your wig cap with some stick pins. That way it stays in place while you're working. Now let me tell y'all, I am not a big fan of GoGo Curl, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But one thing I did find helpful while working with this hair, before you pull it apart, it's great to kind of pull the hair to loosen up that film that they have on it. That way it doesn't tangle up while you pull it apart. And I'm gonna show you that again later on. But yeah, I did find that helpful. So I did separate the hair twice, and like always, very, very important, while working in the back and on the sides, you want to space the hair out. That way it's not too full in the back, it's not super bulky, it's not bottom heavy, and you don't want to run out of hair. You can always go back and add more hair if needed. And I did loop the hair 4 to 5 times. Back in the day when I did crochet braids, I had a client who was now my friend, Kai. She loved Bobby Boss. I believe it was Bobby Boss or Model. They had a GoGo Curl, and I hated when she would bring the hair. I would want to fight her, girl. Plus she was using the longer hair, like 18-20 inches. So I think sometimes when you're working with shorter hair, it's easier to work with. Let me know what y'all think. Once you get to this area, you want to start placing the hair closer together. That way you can cover up the knots, the cap, your cornrows. None of your business will be exposed. So go ahead and place the hair closer together once you get to this area. All right, so this is 1 pack of hair. I felt like I was doing good. You know, I felt like I would have enough hair, but I didn't. So here's what I was saying. Just pull the hair. They have some type of coating on this hair. I know some ladies do like to give it a apple cider vinegar bath. I don't do all of that. But pulling the hair before you pull it apart actually does help when it comes to separating the hair. So I mentioned before that this is not the look I was going for. The whole point of getting this color and this length was to make a wig similar to how SZA has been wearing her hair. I love SZA's hairstyles. Yeah, I wanted to do something similar to this, but let me know what y'all want to see. Now, if you've seen any of my crochet braid installs or other U-part wig videos, I'm not really big on the long parts. I can't do it. That part was too long. So I did cut the lace, and then I stitched the cap back together just to make the part a little bit shorter. You can leave it the way that it is, personal preference. But if you do decide to make it smaller, you can either crochet the hair around that part, or you can do like I did and just cut the lace out and stitch the cap back together. Just do a double stitch, that way it does not unravel over time. All right, and just keep on working. Place the hair closer together. Just keep in mind the goal at this point is to make sure all of the knots and the cap is covered up. You don't want the wind to blow and all of your business to be exposed. So try to make the top as full but as natural as possible. So just place the hair closer together, and I'm still only separating the hair twice. Now, this is also important. I don't know if I've ever showed you all this in the other videos, but when you are crocheting, make sure it's even on both sides. So you don't want it to look like this. You want to make sure you have the same amount of hair on both sides. That way the wig is nice, or your install, when you're installing your crochet braids, make sure it's like this. That way it's full. All right, so this is 2 packs of hair, and as you can see, the bottom is kind of thin. So if you do want to keep this length, you will need at least 4 packs, because if you leave it like this, which is why I had to cut it into a bob, it's not full enough to leave it long. At least in my opinion, you need to add some more hair. Once you get to the top, now right here I was trying something that I saw somebody do and I was struggling, as you can see. But you want to start doing the knotless method, and all that is instead of pulling both pieces of hair through the loop, you only pull one. That way that top piece will cover the knot. So right here I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. You just pull one piece through the loop. I did loop it 4 times, I believe. And I'm going to show you again. And I am using a smaller piece there. And you just pull one piece through, loop it, and you're good. And then you're going to cover those knots up. Working with the top is the part that takes the most amount of time, because you're placing the hair closer together. Now, as y'all can see, she a little thin. She a little thin because she needs some more hair. So we're going to keep it moving. Pretend like she's all good. Now, this is your best friend, the Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1. Before I run my fingers through this hair, I put some on my hands, rub my hands together, and then I'm good. And I add more as needed. And I just want to go through and get all of that hair that did not go through the cap, clumping those curls back together. Just trying to make her look decent before I start cutting. So, y'all, I ran out of hair and I was going to get more hair to finish the wig. I wanted to keep the length, but since it's skimpy back there, I don't know, I might be able to make it work. We're gonna have to cut more than I wanted to. I'm not gonna buy more hair. We're gonna cut this style. Oh, this color is so pretty though. It's so pretty, but it needs some more hair on top. So if you do make this, I recommend getting at least 4 packs. Going to need to add more hair in the back, and the top could use more hair to cover up the knots in the cap. This is all of 3 packs. I did have some hair, like some stragglies that didn't get crocheted in. So we're gonna work with this. Let's do like I'm thinking like a long bob. I don't know. Let's have some fun. Let's see what we can do. Oh gosh, my scissors are so dull. So that was a friendly reminder to not use your good scissors to cut synthetic crochet hair. Over time, they'll get dull, and like you just witnessed, they won't cut anything, child. So don't do that. I don't like to grab a lot of hair at one time. I grab a coil at a time, put my hand right below, or my fingers right below where I want to cut, pull, and I cut. I don't close the scissors. I cut downward. I have no idea why I'm holding my arm up like that. It looks so weird. But yeah, just take your time. The more you play in the hair, you're going to find random pieces that you missed. They'll just pop out of nowhere. And yeah, so I'm just going through and cutting and finding little pieces that I need to cut. And then I was like, yo, this is going to be cute. Look at that one. Look. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes you have to walk away then come back. But I was like, this is going to be cute. But what if we cut a little bang? You know, I love a good bang. Look at that piece. Disrespectful. So yeah, I decided to cut a bang. I act like I'm going to wear this wig in real life. Y'all, I'm not ready for a color like this. But it's so pretty. Let me know if you are bold enough to wear 530. I'm not ready. Maybe if I wore a hat with it. I don't know. But I'm rambling. So I'm just cutting and cutting. And just take your time. Like I said, cut curl or coil at a time. Kind of like a curly cut. And just move the hair around. Think about all the different ways it can fall as you move. So that's what I did. Here is the final look. I think she turned out cute, even though it's not the look I was going for. To see more crochet wig tutorial, and that's the top. The top isn't bad. More coverage than I thought. But to see more crochet wig tutorials, check out this playlist. Let me know what y'all want to see next. Let me know. Thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next one. I love y'all. Kisses.